The problem is the poor immigrant who came from a country which British state was bombed, and right now.
But there's still racism. There's still racism here, and it's still strong, and it's still very bad. So yeah.
There's like pockets full of communities, like the Somalis, the Sudanese. They're not coming together. There's no glue.
Okay.
No, if you go to Toxteth, I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to everyone. I couldn't care less what colour you are. It doesn't really matter.
I know that because I watch your YouTube quite a lot, so I know that. But where do you see the country going, say, in the next 10 years? How do you feel in the next 10 years, where will we be?
I believe there'll be a civil war.
Civil war?
I believe, right, if nothing gets, I don't know, I just feel that the last couple of years it's progressed and it's got worse. So if you're talking a 10-year period, you know, we're talking what? You know, another younger generation kicking in, they're all at each other's throats.
How can the government prevent this? What is the solution to all of this?
So
What's
listen,
the thing that the government can do right now?
To listen to the people, listen to the British people, understand what's what, right? You go to like Calais, there's boats coming in, illegal, mass illegal migration, right? They're throwing bricks at you, they're throwing bottles at you, they're getting aggressive. Now, if that's the way they are on a beach in Calais, right, what are they going to be like in Piccadilly Gardens or Victoria Square or in Leicester or in your own town? Right? I'm not saying everyone, right, but there's a few that are making it difficult for others to genuinely seek asylum. And every time you will see the women and children still left at the side. I seen a video yesterday again from a friend of mine who's over in Calais where 2 women were rejected from the boat while a boat full of men just fled.
Through the map?
Yeah, and that video's now circulating on X. Right, they're nowhere photographer. Check them out. They were left in the channel. So when you say there's no women and children, that's the reason why.
That's right.
You know, no families, no children. Although don't condone risking your child's life. You know, it must be a big thing to bring it. I've seen it. You see me.
I've seen you.
Young kids. You think.
Why is it that they don't want to stay in France? That's the part I don't get.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Maybe the coffee shit, I get it. And you don't like the croissants, but no, to be fair, France is like, don't care, it was lovely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. Is it the benefit system?
That's it. Okay, benefit system.
Is it the benefit system?
France don't have that.
I don't believe so. I don't think they get any. France are leaving them in camps. I get it. If you're leaving, you know, a war-torn country and you've lived a shit life, I get where you want to go. But then do it the right way, please.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You know, obviously there's people that have had to go down that path, you know, spend thousands on education. There's like pockets full of communities, like the Somalis, the Sudanese, they're not coming together, there's no glue.
Okay.
No, if you go to Toxteth, they're at different parts. You know as well as me, look at this crowd. Where is the guy from Sudan? Where's Esserea?
Nobody there.
Where's all the Muslims? There is a few. But like,
there's quite,
look at the demographics.
It's mixed. I've been on that side.
But 90% is students. You know, unfortunately, and I believe they believe in what they believe in, and that's okay.
What would you say to them? What would you say to the ones that are here today?
You know what? I kind of like, I've run out of words to say to them. To be fair, I've said that many. I'm a fash. I'm a racist, I'm a Zionist or a Nazi, all them labels.
He's not all of that.
No, I'm not.
By the way, he's not
I'm
any
not
of
about
those names. I've watched his channel quite a lot, so...
Do you know what, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much, man.
I've found this, a lot of people on the left side don't want to entertain anybody with a camera, which is a real shame because there's no way of getting a debate going or anything.
Okay, so they don't want to tolerate the views of certain things, yeah? So what would you say to them?
I'd say,
on the other side, what would you say to them?
I'd say have a talk, sit down, talk, try and break some bread.
Exactly.
And you know, we know on either side of the argument there's going to be a small percentage of people that have hate in them, but I don't think that's true of everybody.
Yes. And what's your opinion about Britain? I'm just going to ask you this question. Yeah? Do you think Britain has become more racist, less racist in the last 10 years? Do you think, what's your opinion?
I think racism is the wrong word.
Okay, what's the right word?
concerned. I think Keir Starmer, when he was saying about the far right and all the rest of it, I think he completely misappropriated the nation. And I think that was the beginning of the end for him.
Okay.
Because he disengaged with the populace of the country and what the mood was at the time.
And what's the biggest concern on that side? What about the country? What's the biggest issue?
I think we're polarised. I think we've been driven further and further apart.
Okay.
And I think there is a manipulation.
Okay. Yeah. And how do you see Britain in the next 10 years? How do you see it? Do you see it getting worse, getting better? How do you see it?
It all depends on what your views are.
Yeah. In your opinion.
My personal views are it's going to get a lot worse.
Why is that?
Because I don't think we have the infrastructure and the capability to actually accommodate
all the people that are coming
over, and that's not being racist.
Yeah, that's your opinion. It's not being racist.
It's not being racist.
That's right.
And there's a breakdown. There's a real breakdown.
Yeah. And what would you want the government to do about that? Like, what can they do to prevent that from happening?
Stop illegal migration. Illegal.
Yeah.
Legal migration can help the country, can serve well. People have actually got documents, people that have been vetted properly, and so on and so forth. And what we're finding is there's certain people have been put in certain places, and there's communities being built that are all of a type, if you like, and that doesn't work. It's got to be about integration and getting along together.
Absolutely. Is there anything else other than that? Is there another thing or any more things?
A lot of people who watch my channel stringently believe there's a two-tier justice system and two-tier policing, and I'm sure people on the other side of the argument feel the same. We've got to be a lot more balanced in how sentences are actually handed out, how justice works on the whole, really.
Yeah. So the two-tier policing, can you go into a little bit, one example or one incident? Can you go into just one example?
Okay. There was somebody who was found guilty of throwing some bricks recently. Okay. In a situation not too dissimilar to this.
Yeah.
They didn't get any form of sentence or anything. It was suspended. There was another case in a town in Stoke-on-Trent where there was people involved with machetes and so on and so forth. Suspended sentence. In Southampton, there was a young lad who picked up a flame, threw it back over. He's got serious time behind the door. So it's got to be consistent. Sentencing has to be consistent. You can't let one person off for a standalone offence and not the other, I think. It's got to be fair.
So the criminal justice system has to be fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And I don't think that's racist or anything. I just think it's all
your
about
opinion.
fair.
Definitely. So I've come with an open mind and I've listened and I'm learning.
Hi, my name is Roman. I'm a member of the Revolution Communist Party. I think I'm here today because fascists were allowed to come into the streets and Rome very much, are protected by the British state. And obviously when we say the British state, who is involved? It's not only, Keir Starmer, it's Nigel Farage, it's Tommy Robinson, it's Andy Berman. All of them are going to bring on austerity to this country. And what we're saying is we need a revolution, we need a complete transformation of the society. We need the working class actually taking control of our streets here in Birmingham specifically, and do not let all these fascists come rising to the surface. Because why this fascist movement becoming more and more popular? Because we have austerity for the last 20 years. First done by the Tories, now done by the Labour. Andy Berman openly said that I'll be happy to cut the welfare state as long as I'm in power. This is the alternative we have. And this is what the young people reject. They don't want it. They want to burn the system down and fight against real fascists.
And do you think the UK, the racism has gone up or down?
100% up. Obviously, what is racism? It's growing because you can't have a capitalist system without racism. Racism is used to exploit the workers, to divide the working class, set their difference apart. But in reality, we have one enemy, and it's the capitalists, it's the upstream class. All of them united in order to fight against us.
And if the other side are watching this, what's your message to them?
You've been lied to. Look at the abstinent list. All of your people, 99% of them are there. All they want, when they talk about all the native workers, migrants are taken away, who is stealing billions? It's the rich. through their tax off accounts, through their special deals with the high art and the rest. They're just looking for ways to distract you from thinking that the problem is a poor immigrant who came from a country which British state was bombed. And right now we're preparing, and all of them are acknowledging that we're preparing essentially for the war with Russia without taxpayer monies. They're not interested in bettering the society. They're not interested in your prosperity. They want all of us to fight, so we ignore the bastards on top.
Thank you so much.
It's going the one direction. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not how it used to be back in the day. I feel like everything has changed, per se, to do with politics, economics, all of that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Like immigration. So people are like, I feel like there's been like an influx of immigration people who are like really against that, even though it benefits the economy in a lot of ways. But I don't know. I feel like it's heading in a bad direction, and it reminds me of like how America's coming, especially how Starmer's dealing with it and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And would you compare the racism in America to the same as the UK, or would you say it's different?
I see. The thing is, like, I feel like America's like, they've been like that. Britain's on the same path. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like we're on the same path like that. But there's still racism. There's still racism here, and it's still strong, and it's still very bad. So yeah. You know what I mean?
And are you happy today? You see all races, all colours, all
100%.
Everyone coming out today against.
It's all about diversity. I'm all for diversity because like myself, I'm black. I'm a black male. Like it's refreshing to see like people of colour, people like myself, people like you and me.
Birmingham's been like that. Birmingham's always been about had diversity and like, you know, so like the whole of UK really. That's what brings the UK together. That's what makes the UK. The UK is the immigration and people of colour are the backbone of the UK.
Absolutely.
Really.
Yeah.
What would your message be for the other side?
Hey,
What's
change,
your message
man.
for the
Change
other
and grow. Change and grow.
Pattern up, yo.
Pattern up, man. Pattern up.
Pattern up.
Like, that's
Simple.
it.
Nice one.